The real power of a pivot chart comes to the fore when you rearrange your data dynamically. A task that would take several minutes if done by hand takes just a few seconds when you use a pivot chart. I'll demonstrate how to pivot charts in this movie. My sample file is pivot0602, and you can find it in the Chapter 6 folder of your exercise files collection. This workbook contains a data source on the order detail sheet. I'm on sheet 1, which has a pivot chart built from that data. And also, if I drag the pivot chart down, you'll see that there is a pivot table in the background as well. That's what provides the structure and reorganization for the pivot chart. Let's say that I want to break down my sales by state and then by category. To do that, I can add a field from the pivot chart field's task pane, in this case state, and I will drag it down to the axis or categories area so that it's above a category. In this case, that means product category. So I'll drag state down, and I know I'm in position when the green line appears above the category field. And when I release, you see that I've broken down the data. And actually, in a lot of ways, it's not very useful because you can barely read anything. It's a very, very crowded chart. To fix that, I can move the category field to the legend or series area. So I'll drag over there. And this is a little bit better. You see that I have sales broken down by state, and then each of my columns within a state represents a different category. And I am looking at the quantity of sales, so not total price. And you'll see that I've had, as you might expect, most of my sales from California, but also quite a few from Ohio and Texas and Florida. Changing a pivot chart's arrangement shifts the data's emphasis, enabling you to examine the data from different perspectives quickly and easily. There are far too many combinations and chart types to explore even a meaningful number of them, so take your time, experiment, and don't forget to write down the arrangements that you like.